place to be unknown, discovered by my own. Raise your glass and sing along. So raise your glass, your home's where you belong. Feel the love, my brother, sing along. Celebrate and drinking all night long. Feel the earth moving. Just let it in and let it out. Into a new world. Raise a glass and oh, night is gone and so there's a light that leads into a world, place to be unknown, discovered by my own. Raise your glass and sing along. So raise your glass, your home's where you belong. Feel the love, my brother, sing along. Celebrate and drinking all night long. Feel the earth moving. Just let it in and let it out. Into a new world. place to be unknown, discovered by my own. Raise your glass and sing along. So raise your glass, your home's where you belong. Feel the love, my brother, sing along. Celebrate and drinking all night long. Feel the earth moving. Just let it in and let it out. Into a new world. Raise a glass and oh, night is gone and so there's a light that leads into a world, place to be unknown, discovered by my own. Raise your glass and sing along. So raise your glass, your home's where you belong. Feel the love, my brother, sing along. Celebrate and drinking all night long. Feel the earth moving. Just let it in and let it out. Into a new world.
We are live! Hi, everybody. I'll change the thing soon. Sorry about that.
How's it all going, everybody? Have you had a good week? It has been a bit wild for everyone in our team. As you can see, we have just the two of us today.
Small but mighty team.
Yeah.
Let's see. So a new title. New title is Cursed Week Doing our best.
I was going to suggest Ruby, 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 Ruby! Ah!
Doing our best. Also Ruby, Ruby, Ruby.
Yeah. We're still here. Even when shit gets wild.
Hooblu, level 2, because so we basically today it's like we could either have a casual stream. Before stream, V and I were talking about the American remake of the television show Ghosts and how that is a thing that exists. We could do that, or we could do Via's prepared a one-shot that is just for Ruby, still exists in the world of Phil of the future.
Try one more time. One more time. Go on. You can do it. I believe in you.
Philindin. Yeah? Phil Aiden?
So close.
I know.
Phandelver.
That's fine. This is fine.
That's fine. If Hooblu can't say it, none of us need to.
Yes. Why?
To answer your question, Hooblu, I'm the dungeon master, so I'm all the levels. Who knows what level I am? I can be anything. I can be anything to anyone.
That's true.
I'm everything all at once.
But yeah,
Emily's playing. Doing our best. Also,
just doing our best.
Just doing our best.
It has been a week mired in illness and hurricanes, and apparently I'm assuming that many members of our audience are watching the stream while in a 36-hour line to see the Queen. Actually,
that's where I'm streaming from.
I was about to say, V, you're in the back of a caravan, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm in a tent.
Diesel Shot, I really like your frog. Is that a red frog?
That's gonna haunt my nightmares. But someone did ask if your headphones were any good in the chat.
Oh, yeah. So as far as my headphones are concerned, they're good. I usually use Bluetooth ones, but lately I've just been kind of really liking the padding. These were like $20 on Amazon. They do the job.
Nice. Mine are complete garbage. They're the only set of headphones I could find in my flat that didn't have an inbuilt microphone. So I got a special new one.
Oh yes, the new microphone is glorious.
Because I sounded like absolute garbage before. And now I sound a little bit less than garbage. Wait. A little bit better? Somewhere on the scale from 1 to garbage, I'm a little bit less.
You're recycling.
It's like, yeah, it's fine.
You're fancy garbage.
I'm a recycled water bottle that you still decided to throw away.
Oh, that's real.
Anyway, hi guys. Let's introduce ourselves. I am V. I use any and all pronouns, and tonight I am not panicking. That's where I'm at. Over to you.
Well, hi, I'm Emily. And as I'm writing in the chat, I'm gonna call recycling fancy garbage from this point out. I'm Emily. When we are doing the full-scale Phil of the Future, my character is called Ruby. Ruby is the town crier who cries a lot. She is a tiefling bard. Now, so as far as our brand, Critical Drinking, is concerned, I have prepared a shot situation for myself, and I will do a shot of apple cider vinegar for any sort of likes, or not likes, likes. Where do I think we are? Any follows?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh my god. Follows, subs, bits, I will shoot apple cider vinegar.
But only if it's enough bits, because last time I got told off for allowing a bit at a time to mean that Sarah had to put a marshmallow in her face. Meaning that she had to play Chubby Bunny for like 7p. She
did quasi throw up a lot of marshmallows. It was epic. We have a clip of it. It's also on TikTok if you want to witness the horror. So, but yes, I have prepared something to drink. Not alcohol this week, because I am recovering from being ill. So I thought, well, apple cider vinegar is health, but also unpleasant to shoot, so it felt like the right choice.
Is it okay if you drink a whole bottle of it on the stream tonight? We'll find out.
Can you do that? Is that allowed?
I don't know. That's what I'm worried about. What if everyone in the chat started just like donating 100 bits, one after the other, to see what would like I'm not gonna do it again because you're shooting apple cider vinegar.
It says diluted to 5% acidity. So, I mean, it does not seem designed for a human to drink the entire thing. But I am willing to put my body on the line.
You've already been poorly once this week. Don't do it again. I need you for next week. I need you fit and healthy for next week. We have we would usually also have the lovely Sarah and the lovely Nacho with us. Nacho is currently experiencing some natural disasters, and Sarah is currently experiencing some illness. I don't know if they'll be popping into the chat at all, or if they'll just be somewhere else, crying in the bath. So we're going in a slightly different direction.
Yeah.
Redeem Ruby skulls the nearest beverage. I don't know what that means. What's sculling a beverage? Is this something I haven't heard of?
I mean, it sounds to me as, I mean, I don't know. I've heard the term, but I've never fully absorbed its full meaning. I'm under the impression it's like chugging, and I do have other liquids around me to chug. Oh, hi, Uncle. Uncle thing. Uncle Ching. Uncle and Ching. Uncle. Mm-hmm. The uncle formerly known as N. But yeah, so this is a more relaxed fit kind of a stream this time around, which means there's a lot more room for interactivity as well.
Yes. Oh my god, if you want to like influence the story in any way of what happens tonight, we're just having some fun with a bit of Ruby. So throw random ideas at the wall, and I miit make them canon.
I'm also
on
like,
the whole, if I see something in chat that's funny, I'm like, yeah, that's canon now. Great.
Also, what's the? I just realized, I was like, I don't know the name. What's the name of the hurricane right now? Fiona.
Oh, what a bitch.
Fucking Fiona.
Fucking Fiona.
I do enjoy that storms have names. Just it makes it feel more personal. I'm like, I wonder when the last Hurricane Emily was. I think there was a tropical storm Emily, but not.
Oh, I'm not sure there's ever been a Hurricane V, but I don't know. Anyway, are you ready to do something?
Never.
Just see what happens.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And okay. There was a tropical storm Emily in 2017, but there have been... okay, the only Hurricane Emilys that I'm seeing in recent memory are from, like, 2005 or 1993. Oh. So, it's because I've been too busy to be a hurricane.
You've just been doing other things, and you know what? I think your time is better spent not being a hurricane.
Agree, disagree.
Okie dokie. So last time we found ourselves in Phandelver, our adventurers had just, I mean, things happened in the first session that we're just not gonna think about, cause sadness. And wolves, sadness and wolves. That's what we should have called the first episode. In retrospect, sadness and wolves. But then last week, the party got back on track a little bit, and they went and they saved Sildar Hallwinter from the bugbear and the goblins, without having to fight any of them, which wasn't at all frustrating for me.
I pretended to be a goblin. Sarah used some of her star power as a famous bard, who I think is increasingly becoming Ed Sheeran.
Yes. I think Bob started out pretty Ed Sheeran and is just becoming more and more Ed Sheeran. And I'm okay with it.
Remember that time Ed Sheeran was in Game of Thrones for no fucking reason?
I think that might be where this came from.
Maybe.
Fantasy Ed Sheeran. That was actually Ed Sheeran playing Bob Copperheart, in case you were wondering.
Oh!
Friend of the show, Ed Sheeran.
Friend of the show, Ed Sheeran. All thanks to friend of the show, Maisie Williams, suggesting it to the Dungeons and Dragons people. Fucking hell. To the Game of Thrones people, whose initials are D&D, but, whew. Oh boy.
So they came back into town and decided that they were going to try and find the location of Gundren Rockseeker, their friend who has been kidnapped, and separated from their other friend Sildar, who they know has been taken to Cragmore Castle. Unfortunately, the band does not know where Cragmore Castle is, and they don't know really how to find it, but they had the very smart idea of going and talking to the local gang of ruffians called the Red Browns, thinking that they might know something about evil plots, which was actually quite intelligent of them, and I was quite impressed. So the last we saw the team, they were in the Sleeping Giant pub in the little town of Phandelver.
That's right.
And they had been trying to persuade one of the Red Brands, who happens to be Ruby's ex-boyfriend Orlando, to tell them where the castle is, even though he doesn't know. Things got a little bit tense, and they were just maybe about to pick a fight. Ruby went outside and decided to call some birds to come and beat the shit out of her ex-boyfriend.
Look,
Totally reasonable thing to do, I think. Just realised you can get from critical drinking to Game of Thrones in under 6 degrees. I don't know how, but that's cool.
I'm trying to think, because I feel like it wouldn't take too long. Many of us have connections in, in showbiz. I don't know.
We know people.
There's also a part of me, it's like, am I going to be rewatching Game of Thrones? I'm just going to be like, is that Paul Foxcroft? Like, I had no idea that Paul was at the Red Wedding.
Rufus worked for Maisie on Doctor Who. There you go.
Right. I forgot about that. And
there you go.
So,
thanks, Hublu.
Thank you, Hublu. There you go. That's
a fun little thing. That's cool. Nice.
Wow.
So, Ed Sheeran is friend of the show.
That's true. Yeah, we also very few
officially.
separation degrees from Ed Sheeran.
Okay. So Ruby has called upon her birds.
And look,
peck Orlando to death.
Not even necessarily that, okay? Like, here's the thing.
Okay.
I want the birds to know his fucking face, because that's the thing, right? Where if you piss off some crows or some ravens, all of the ones in the area, even those that haven't met you personally, know, like, fuck that person, right? That's what Ruby was going for, was just kind of like, I don't want this dude to go anywhere without feeling like, you know, he might be shit on literally, physically, spiritually, by birds. Not that that's like, you know, not that that's something that like exists in me that I just like think about and daydream about when it comes to some of my exes, where I'm like, wouldn't it just be great if everywhere they went, crows just were
Hecked out their eyes.
Oh, gracious no, just made their life inconvenient all the time.
Constant shit on their glasses.
Or in their mouth, yeah.
On their sandwich. Okay, so.
Also, sorry, I was like, if you want a spicy personal life detail, actually, the particular person I'm thinking of, I am being looked at for a job that might, force me to relocate and be in the same city as that person again, and, I'm gonna try to get real friendly with some crows if that happens, like, just really...
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, you know,
make my dreams a reality.
Friends of the show, the crows.
Yes. Yes.
All crows are friends of the show.
Caw.
Caw. So, Ruby, you are outside the Sleeping Giant pub, calling your bird friends to you.
Yes.
You also, I believe your last words to Orlando before we ended the last session were, "This is just between you and me, outside."
Yes.
Am I remembering that correctly?
Well, Orlando
Great.
is trying to start shit and also being very, not self-aware in terms of being like, they're disrespecting us. Given half of the shit that he said to Ruby, the sense of being disrespected is a bit rich. But, you know, I don't think Ruby wanted her friends to end up in a bar fight with however many drunk assholes in an excessive amount of red, I guess. Or do they wear red, or are they just called red, or, like, what's going on there?
No, they do wear red cloaks. That
Okay.
is the official uniform.
Yeah, so, and you know, she's just like, I just want... I don't even really know. I think things just kind of escalated. I wasn't totally thinking clearly at the time. Neither was Ruby, obviously, because we are in a mind meld, right? Because she's not real.
What? She's not real? I need to reevaluate my life choices.
I hope not, but you never know. The collective subconscious is a fascinating beast, and it's entirely possible that we all contain multitudes. That's my TED talk. Anyway, yeah, we're outside Hideki Tojo bar.
You find yourself outside the Sleeping Giant Tavern, facing off with your ex-boyfriend. All of his cronies are following him outside, because they want to see him get the shit kicked out of him by a girl and her birds. Really, they want to see this boy cry, because they don't really. They're comrades, but they're not really friends. Bob and Busty also join you outside to watch the excitement go down. As you square off with Orlando, you look him up and down. Describe to me what you see.
Sorry.
Don't just describe your ex-boyfriend, Emily. Make up a fantasy character for me.
Oh my god. It never occurred to me to do that, but that would actually be pretty funny. No, like, I was like, I knew that you meant physically, but you're like, describe what you see, and I was just like, a sad state of affairs, a small, pathetic little man. Just like, but here's the thing. Like, Orlando is in terms of when we talked about him earlier, before it had occurred to me to model him after anyone. Orlando is a relatively strapping lad. He is an artificer by trade, so like really just giving tech bro vibes. Like, you know when you see a tech bro who's going like river rafting and like, you know, dude has clearly done a little bit of research, has the fanciest canteens or whatever, like all the equipment is right, but you're also kind of like, dude, have you done this before though, or are you LARPing, right? Like, that's really the vibe of what's going on with Orlando. Orlando is a human, and I could describe further physical attributes, but now the temptation is too great. So instead, I'm going to be like, you know what, everyone, just imagine like whichever X or whichever sort of stock character you want in place. Orlando is an idea. Orlando is an archetype. I don't know why I'm talking like Jeff Goldblum today. I'm not doing it on purpose.
We love it. I'm all about it. In my mind, I'm seeing Zac Efron. Not because he's done anything wrong ever to me, but that's just the vibe that I'm getting.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah, he looks like Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Totally could play Ted Bundy. Why not?
Yeah.
Has his head in the game.
But you looking at him, you assume not a great conversationalist.
Yeah. And, you know, and definitely, as we've established from meeting Ruby's parents and everything, like, you know, Ruby easily latches on to people if she thinks that, you know, they're giving her attention and love. She has therapy to go to. She has some work to do.
There is much work to be done by Ruby. So, as you stare... you look him up and down, and then your eyes meet, and you look into his piercing blue eyes. You suddenly blink, and everyone around you is gone. It's just you and Orlando, but he's younger, and he's not in his red brand uniform. He's wearing his more of his casual clothes, just a tunic and some sort of like loose fitting trousers that like when he's stood there you can kind of like see the outline of his dick a bit. Apparently this is something that people like. I wouldn't know personally. Apparently that's a thing people are into. The pub behind him is not as broken and ramshackled as it was but a few moments ago, and you feel sort of younger and lighter, and he just puts his hand out to you and just like, are you ready to go, babe?
Go where?
I'm gonna take you on the most beautiful date of your entire life. I've been talking about this for ages. How can you not know?
The only time you ever planned a date, you took me to the water park and you left me at the concession stand for 6 hours. So, pardon me if I'm skeptical, babe. What the fuck is happening?
I don't remember that. We're going to the water park like next week. That's our next date. No, today we're going on our picnic. I totally told you about this.
Sure. Sure. Let's go on the picnic. Sorry, I'm just feeling a little confused. It's been a long day for me and a long existence for both of us. You know how it is.
Yeah, I totally get that. That's like really like existential. I get it. I totally get it. Anyway, I got Helga at the pub to like put together this care package for us. So I've got this little basket, and I've like got like this old bit of rug that we can like sit on, and it's gonna be so romantic.
Yeah. Did Helga know that you were taking me? Out of curiosity.
I guess so. I mean, like, everyone knows you're my girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'll follow you.
So you walk with Orlando, a bit confused and dazed about what's going on. And he leads you out to the east side of Phandelver and down past the Copperheart's folk archive, as we've decided it is, through some of the backfields and out towards the woods to the east of town. It's late afternoon, so the sun is going down a little bit, and it's coming up for dusk. You begin to walk into the woods, and he's like, "Come on, babe, I know this like totally awesome spot that we can go to."
Okay, an awesome spot. I'm following you. I've been following you, and I'm really interested to find out what's going on because yeah, things are a little different than I remember. So
What? Okay. I mean, you. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I know stuff's been like going on with your parents, and that like must be really hard for you. But like, I thought what we had was, I guess, I don't know. Okay. Anyway, come on. He leads you through the woods. That's a bit dingy. Like, this isn't really somewhere you'd want to be after dark. And the sun is sort of starting to go down a bit in the sky. And he takes you through to this clearing that's that he must think is really magical, but it's a bit like a little bit swampy, maybe from like rain from a few days past. There's like bugs and like frogs, and the trees are like really hanging over, so there's not a lot of like good sunlight here anyway. He with a big grand flourish, he flips out the rug and sort of pats it down and straightens it out like this is like it's the most beautiful place he could imagine. He sits on the rug and puts down the picnic basket, and it's just like, "Babe, what do you think?"
I think, babe, it seems like this place has a lot of significance to you, and I would love to hear more about what about this place you love so much.
Well, I was like walking through the woods the other day, just like, on one of my walks like I do, and I just like came across this grove, and I just thought it was like really magical, and I thought, like, who'd really like this grove? Ruby, because like she loves like birds and nature, and there's like birds and shit. And I just thought like it would be really beautiful for us to come here together, and like there's no one around, it's just you and me and this wine and these grapes and this rug.
I see. Oh, yeah. Really, really romantic. Sorry, I know you mentioned the whole thing with my parents separating again. It definitely has me a little distracted. Birds do make me really happy. And Ruby sort of like looks around and sees like what looks like a nest for buzzards kind of just like precariously perched on a tree, and it's just like
there's like maybe a dead pigeon to the
right
side.
It's like when do the birds get here? I'd love to see some of the birds.
Oh, I mean, like, they're everywhere, aren't they? They're like, I guess, I don't know, like, you know where birds hang out. I don't really know where birds, I guess those birds were in a wood. They're totally birds, right?
And Ruby just kind of like scans again and sees the dead pigeon again, and is just kind of like, there is evidence of birds. Yeah, there's totally evidence of birds. Babe. Where's the wine again? I would love some wine.
Oh, it's here. Let me. And he takes out two slightly dirty looking goblets and a bottle of like. He sort of dusts off the bottle and he's like, it's like really well aged. Of this like thistleberry wine, something you haven't heard of that you're like, oh, not sure about that. And someone has redeemed bird gossip. So let's think, what kind of bird are we gonna get? A really scraggly looking sparrow is gonna like, it's got like half a wing on one side, and it's gonna like sort of flap fall down to you and just be like, hey Ruby,
Oh, hey, how you doing? You okay?
guess what?
What?
I totally, so I'm still kind of doing Orlando voice. I totally saw your boyfriend like with another girl. Just saying, he like was like talking to her really like close, and it looked kind of like sordid. I'm just saying, isn't that disgusting? And then it kind of like half flop, half fly, half sort of like it's kind of going in like little like ways as it tries to fly off.
Can I like heal the bird at all? Can I, or is this something that I can't use magic to help it with? Like,
I mean, you could try. I don't think that any of your healing spells will regrow a wing.
Okay, well, never mind.
Unfortunately.
That was all I was
Someone in the chat
for.
can let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that like you can't grow back a limb using healing. You can just sort of like heal up wounds and stuff.
How does dismemberment work in D&D in general, actually? Because I've always just kind of thought that dismemberment is somewhat implied after a certain point of HP has been lost.
On the whole, we tend to ignore it. It's more like if someone specifically says, I'm gonna chop off his hand or whatever, then you can roll damage to make that happen. But mostly it's just kind of like you take general damage.
Okay.
Rather than like anything specific, so that we don't end up with people like losing an eye.
Gotcha.
Unintentionally.
I feel as though this has opened a door that should not have been opened, because now I'm like, so if I'm dealing with a humanoid and I target there, right? So like if this gets cut too deeply, your hand can't close. For example.
Okay.
So I'm like, this is opening the door to me probably in future at some point, just pulling out some stupid physiology stuff and being like, I would like to aim my bow and arrow at their forearm in the hopes of severing some of their ligaments and tendons and muscles and stuff.
We'll see how that goes in future episodes.
7th level spell. Okay, so I can't help out the bird right now because I'm too little and squishy. But one day I can help out that bird.
One day.
Isn't that disgusting?
Keep an eye on that bird.
Keep an eye on the bird.
5 levels time.
Yes, but definitely I'm gonna be spending the next week just like learning increasing amounts of physiology stuff just to be a pain in the fucking ass.
Right. I look forward to that.
We need a doctor in the chat just to be like, she's talking out of her ass. That's not how the human body works.
Yeah, I would have no idea. You could pretty much say anything and I'd be like, okay, yeah, I guess. That means he can't poop anymore.
I'm going to cast Colostomy Bag at the 5th level. Also, at some point, I think it was Uncle Ching mentioned something about, my Dread and Circus's character, dude, I'm all out of pants. And I miss playing Tyler. My Dread and Circus's character thought that pants were somehow related to medicine. He wasn't the brightest. But he had attributed some sort of magical healing properties to pants. It was very sad when there were no pants left to be had to help with situations.
Okay.
So anyway, the bird is flopped away.
The bird is sort of flopped away. And Orlando's just like, how do you like the wine, babe? Isn't this like the most romantic evening you've ever been on? Aren't I like the best boyfriend ever?
You are the best you can be, Orlando. The bird said something interesting, and
What?
I have a question about it.
Aren't you glad there was a bird, though? Like, I totally told you there was gonna be birds.
You so did, and birds make me feel way more secure, comforted, etc. You know, birds are fantastic. The bird had mentioned that you were a bit canoodly with another girl in a way that made that bird feel like you might not be doing right by me as a boyfriend. Now, obviously, I'm asking you about this because that bird might, be misinterpreting things this, that, or the other, and I trust that, if you were, canoodling with another girl, that you would take this opportunity to tell me about it so we could discuss our options moving forward.
Babe,
Mm.
I would never do that to you. I can't believe you don't trust me to, like, be faithful to you. Like, are
It's
you
not-
not being faithful to me?
It's not that I don't...
Is that where this is coming from? Are you like off with one of the various Copperheart Bobs?
If I were, I feel like that would be pretty hard to miss. They're on the cover of all of the magazines and things. Like, you'd see me there, right? I think there'd be ample evidence of it. If a bird came up to you and told you that I were being unfaithful, you would ask me about it, wouldn't you? Regardless, you could say, oh, I'm sure that bird was mistaken, but you would still say, hey, this bird said this thing, FYI. Obviously...
But, like, I'd be nicer about it. I feel like you're, like, witch hunting me, and you're, like, totally, like, putting me on trial for something that I, like, haven't done, and I'm, like, I'm just trying to have a beautiful, romantic evening with you. Like, look at how beautiful I made it.
And
because of you, because I love you, because you're so special to me.
Thank you. And I could see how you might feel witch hunted. Sorry that you are in a position that you feel that way. Would like a little assurance, I suppose, in some way, shape, or form.
Well, I already said I would never do that to you. God, you don't even listen to me when I talk.
I listened to you, but there was that whole situation with Amber literally like 3 weeks ago. I'm not trying to rehash. I'm just saying if every
Always bring up Amber, like, she means nothing to me.
It
I
was
don't know.
3 weeks ago.
Like, I don't even know this. Like, I don't even know this girl. Like, I'm probably like gonna marry you or whatever, and this random girl somehow like is an issue to you, and I totally don't get it. She's just a real nice yoga instructor. She just teaches me yoga at Jim's place when there's no one around. Like, it's totally innocent.
I mean, I
She's
showed
just
up.
helping me with my sun's salutation.
That is a way of describing it, sweetie. That is a way of describing it. I stopped by, actually, to give you a present, because I had found some really nice parts. My birds had brought them to me, and I thought I'd surprise you at the gym, and you were inside the yoga instructor when I got to the gym, so...
No, babe, you don't. No, this was. Okay, you'd like. I get, because, like, you don't understand. Like, it's called hot yoga. Everyone is doing it in, like, Neverwinter, according to Amber. Like, it's hot yoga. You, like, get really, really hot, and then you do yoga, and then all the toxins, like, come out of you. Amber was just, like, helping me get some more toxins out. That's what she said it was.
So if I did hot yoga with, I don't know, let's say, you know Sebastian?
What about Sebastian?
If I did hot yoga with Sebastian, then it would be totally normal and fine, right?
I mean, like, if I was there.
If
and,
you
like...
If you were there.
Well, no, like, if you wanted to do, like, hot yoga with Amber, I mean, like, that'd be awesome.
I see. So...
And I would love that. I mean, if you two could, like, do some hot yoga together, I feel like she'd help you get out so many toxins. Like, she'd just have you squirting toxins everywhere.
There does seem to be a lot going on that is toxic, yeah. I think the most helpful person for me to do hot yoga with would be Sebastian. You know, Sebastian and I have a rapport, and Sebastian's very fit, very knowledgeable about physiology and things. Like, I think he'd be a really good hot yoga partner.
I don't think he knows anything about hot yoga, babe. I mean, I don't think he's like.
Well, let's just
stop this line of conversation, because
I'm just surprised.
This beautiful, like, romantic evening.
We were having a very romantic evening. I'm just surprised that you know, I know
how beautiful this place is with, like, the sunset. For context, you cannot see the sunset at all. It is way behind the trees. It's just getting slightly. The sky's got a very nice shade of, like, pinky orange, but it's starting to get a bit dim.
Yeah, you know, I guess I'm still just trying to wrap my head around hot yoga being innocent. There not being anything wrong with hot yoga, but you seem a bit threatened by the idea of my doing that. I just want some clarification, babe. You know how, like, sometimes I don't understand things. I just need a little clarification.
Well, no, I mean, obviously, because, like, I know it's hard because, like, you're a girl.
Right.
Like, sometimes I just don't get stuff that I'm talking about. And, like, I know, like, I'm really sorry about that, but, like, you just have to, like, you just have to agree with me on some stuff, you know? Like, you just have to accept that I know more than you about things. Like hot yoga. And Amber would help you see that. She would totally help you see that, like, I'm really good and smart, and I know a lot about hot yoga.
Ruby is going to stand up and say, you know, maybe it's the wine, but I think you're right. We should go talk to Amber right now. Let's go see Amber.
Babe, wait.
What? What's wrong?
As you sort of you've stood up, he just like gets up onto one knee. He's like, babe, I just like, you're really important to me, and like, you're so, just like, you're so fit. Like, you're totally like the sort of girl that I could like see myself being with forever, because you're like really beautiful. And I just think you're wonderful, and can you just like come back and sit with me for a bit? Because like, you know, I don't think any of this is really like worth fighting over.
I'm so fucking confused. And Ruby, rather than sitting down, just kind of like lays down on the blanket and is almost like gesticulating as if she's on a therapist couch, and is just kind of like, I'm just really confused. And look, you said there's nothing, I'm not trying to fight. You said that there's nothing wrong with Amber, that Amber would help me understand. And I was just like, well, why don't we all become friends with Amber? We could all go see Amber. I'm not trying to be difficult, and I love that you think that you want to be with me forever and ever. I don't understand why you love me and want to be with me forever and ever. Only because you think
down.
we're fighting
like,
or something?
You're getting over emotional again. Like, just take a breath. Just take a breath, okay? Like, try to calm down. I know you get yourself, like, worked up sometimes. But, like, I don't think Amber would really appreciate it if you just came, like, knocking on her door, and, like, she's probably, like, eating her dinner, or she might, like, be out on a date herself, and, like, can't we just enjoy this nice ambiance? God!
Ruby is gonna sort of sit up and just like look very intensely in Orlando's eyes and be like, I'm gonna go talk to Amber for us. This is for us. I'm doing this for you. And then Ruby's gonna beeline it back to town. She's gonna talk to Amber.
Okay. Quite where I thought it was gonna go. That's fine. I love it. Okay. Where does Amber live in town?
Amber
What
lives
establishment does she live? Does she live in the gym? Does she live somewhere else?
She lives a couple of blocks from the gym, not too far.
Okay.
Nice little
Blocks.
Nice little fantasy world, little flat cottage kind of thing.
Yeah. Great. Great. So you this is taking a turn, and I love it. You storm out of the woods. And as you go, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Sure. A dexterity saving throw. Oh, damn it. That's a nat 1, so it's a 4. And then because it's a nat 1, I have to shoot.
And I have to bring a big old grape in my mouth. Great. Cheers.
Okay.
Let's get some nat ones in the chat. Oh, that's a lot, baby. That's a lot. No! Emily! God, why? That was so much. That was so much. Oh, baby.
We're good. I'm good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Okay, so, as you're running out through the forest,
Yeah.
it's getting a bit dark.
Yeah.
So you can't really see much. And, there's a really big log that's falling down that you don't see. because of the dim light. And you just like fully trip, somersault, face plant like right into a pile of mud. And then they'll come right behind you. Oh, it's really cold. My teeth are very sensitive. Someone put a hydrate in the chat so that Emily can wash her mouth out. And you're now face down in the mud. Orlando comes up behind you, he's like, babe. Thank you, Blue. I think you're being a bit over dramatic. And I don't know why you're just like lying down in the forest. Thank you. Thank you, Uncle. I don't know why you're like just lying down in the middle of the woods now. I thought you were going to see Amber, but like it's fine, I guess. I mean, you kind of ruined your dress. Do you like want my jacket or something?
Yes.
Okay, just take it off and then you can wear my jacket.
Ruby doesn't take it off. Ruby's just like, no, just give me your jacket. It's fine.
Babe, you're gonna get my jacket covered in mud. Just like take it off. You can
give
wear
me
my
your jacket.
Roll intimidation.
This is fine. We're healthy. We're doing healthy things today. It's an 8.
Babe, I don't want you to get my jacket dirty. Like, I'm sorry that you're clumsy, but like, also you would look super cute if you just wore my jacket as a dress. So just like, it'll totally still like be modest and whatever. Like, no one's gonna see you. We're in the woods.
Ruby is just gonna start walking toward town. Ruby's back on her mission. Ruby's just kind of like, whatever.
Oh, you're no fun. Amber totally would have done it.
Well, thankfully, I'm going to see Amber, and Amber can teach me everything that is so important for our relationship, our marriage. You said you wanted to marry me? Are we engaged? What's happening?
Well, I mean, I was planning on, like, proposing tonight, but apparently we're gonna go see Amber instead of my beautiful romantic proposal that I was totally gonna do tonight. I was totally gonna do that.
Sure, well, you can, like, plan something new, I guess, but obviously...
I guess I'll have to do it at the water park. Ugh.
The water
Fine. Whatever. Fine, let's just, like, go see Amber. I don't care anymore.
So we're just gonna trudge on over to Amber's house.
Yeah. You make your way across town. So you come to the small little, thatched cottage of the yoga instructor. What else can she do in town? Bard assistant. She works with your old bard teacher, Miss Orange Bloom, as her assistant these days. So she's got
a paralegal, but for barding.
Like a paralegal, but for barding. I'd love a poll for Amber's voice to see what Amber sounds like.
Okay, what are our options here?
I don't know. Uncle Nutching just suggested a poll for Amber's voice.
Yeah.
Give us some suggestions, chat, as what you want Amber to sound like, and I'll do my damnedest.
Amber's voice.
I'm trying to think what accents I could do.
Well, I mean, one of the ones I'm gonna write down is mine. French.
I don't know. I don't know what your accent is.
Well, you're doing half of it. The like totally is very East PA. Okay. You're like you're totally gonna go down the shore. You're gonna just splash around the water. Geordie,
so we've
Cockney.
got French, we've got Geordie, we've got Cockney. Oh Jesus, I can do like Irish and Australian, but we'll see what comes out when we've done this poll.
Let's see. So you said you could do Irish and Australian. Here, I'll put Australian in there. Why not?
Throw those in
Australians
as some potentials.
All right.
Australians are hot. Ooh.
How's your Canadian?
My Canadian is not very good.
Op.
It sounds more Scandinavian. Oop. Gotta go out.
Just gonna go out and about.
Gonna go out and about.
Fleabag. Oh.
What's
Fleabag's
Fleabag?
Teethy, I suppose. It's very somewhat posh estuary, it sounds like. At least to me as a person who doesn't know anything. Canadian.
Is the poll live?
The poll is live, so we can
Ooh.
vote. I'll also add the side note that Canadian can sound very similar to just this, but with like one or two slight differences. Because, I mean,
yeah,
up in Toronto, you know.
Toronto.
Toronto. Do y'all say it with the T's? Do you say like you're going to Toronto?
Yeah, we'd say Toronto.
Oh, interesting. I mean, I guess that makes sense because it does have a T in it.
Toronto.
Yeah.
That's like, so I'm originally from the Midlands, and a town in the Midlands is Kettering. But we'd pronounce it Kettering.
Kettering Zeta-Jones.
That.
As a side note, so when I was learning Welsh ages ago, I did not know that Catherine Zeta-Jones was Welsh. And when they started teaching you to talk about other people, this whole thing was about Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah, Catherine Zeta-Jones. And I was just like...
That was great.
I was like, is she their David Hasselhoff? Catherine Zeta-Jones and Gweithior Doctor Who now. I was like, oh, okay.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
That was probably better than my Welsh.
I mean, I'm probably remembering it wrong. This was like 10 years ago, but yeah, I had no clue that she was Welsh, and I was so fucking confused. I was just like, why?
Oh, Discordian Nest suggested in the voice of James Acaster. That's just like my back home accent, and I'm not sure I can do it without being on the phone to my dad. I sound like James Acaster anyway.
A long anecdote about cabbaging. God, have you seen Cold Lasagna and Hate Myself? Was it 1995? 1990 something? He has this whole bit about his breakdown on the Bake Show.
Oh, yes. No, I think I have seen it, yeah.
What cracked me up, though, was, like, I you know, credit where it's due.
Oh, we've gone for Australia.
Okay.
Great. Let's go over to see Amber.
We're gonna do it. But yeah, credit where it's due. I never thought a set about being on the phones to Samaritans could be as funny as...
Yeah. Sarah's here in the chat. Hello, Sarah.
Hi.
And she says, now that I've said I sound like James Acaster, she can't unhear it. And that is true. Like, we're from very nearby each other.
Yeah, you have the cadence is very similar, now that I'm listening for it.
Yeah. We're very close in town.
And I'm like, and my accent is Mayor of Easttown, if you've seen that with Kate Winslet. Not as much. Millennials don't go full on, like, usually aren't full on that noise. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that's less niche. I'm like, what's less niche from East PA? We call what do you call the sandwiches that they sell at Subway?
Subs.
Subs.
Yes, a Subway or a sandwich. We just call it a sandwich, I guess.
In my dialect, they're called hoagies.
Hoagies.
Hoagies, yeah.
Hoagies.
And just like that with the yep, hoagies.
Yeah.
Gonna go to the
Hoagies.
Wawa, get some hoagies, go down the shore.
It's pretty similar to how I've been doing Orlando, I think.
A little bit. One that my dad does that I just think is funny is my dad he doesn't say day at the end of days of the week. It's D. So he'll be like, oh yeah, I've not been there since like Tuesday. I'm like,
Tuesday, Sunday.
I'm gonna go get a hoagie on Tuesday. Gonna go to the Eagles game. A cake.
It's like, well, I was in Yorkshire recently, and I picked up the accent really severely, so I was gonna go everywhere. Gonna go shop. Yeah. Anyway,
Just calling everyone duck.
Oh, my nan calls everyone duck. We're off across Phandalin we're at Amber's little thatched cottage. You're outside her cottage. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna like knock on the door.
Great. Excellent sound effects.
Thank you. This is
after
the
a
production
few-
quality that people watch the show for.
Yeah, 100%. After a few moments, she opens the door. It's just like, g'day.
Hi, Amber. So I was talking to Orlando about having seen what the two of you work on when the gym is closed, and Orlando was saying that I just don't understand hot yoga, so I thought you might be able to clarify. I'm not sure if we've ever formally met. I'm Ruby. I am Orlando's girlfriend, possibly fiance. We were kind of talking about that in the swamp. So I was just curious to learn more, and
Right.
also to introduce
Right.
myself to you. So hi.
Oh, that's that's very nice of you. I love teaching hot yoga. I mean, yeah, I'm happy to teach hot yoga to anybody.
So
I'm a bit confused about why you just turned up on my doorstep tonight. I mean, Orlando said that you were going to be having a beautiful, like, romantic date.
yeah, I think I got a little confused on our romantic date. See, apart from the fact, like I said, that, I had sort of stopped by to say hello, and I saw my boyfriend. It looked like, mounting you over the towel table. And you were both
no, you must
naked.
have been mistaken. I mean, that's just how you do hot yoga. You have to get out all the toxins.
right. That's
I
what
can help you
Orlando
get out
was
some-
saying.
I can help you get out some toxins. I mean, if you wanted, he can watch.
I don't think so. I think, actually, and Ruby's gonna just sort of like tap Orlando on the shoulder and just be like, babe, tell you what, why don't you go to the water park, or you go have a nice night in. I will learn some hot yoga from Amber, and I will catch up with you later. That way, we don't have to fight anymore. That way I'll understand completely. It'll be great. I'm also
I bet,
dying that Ireland said that Subway bread is not bread. Legally.
Oh yeah, legally it's not bread. Yeah, that is a true fact. It's legally not bread. Okay, so Orlando is a bit thrown to the side by this. Can you roll persuasion
Sure.
for me?
Sure. I'm being messy and toxic. Messy and toxic. That's a 19.
Oh wow, okay. It's like, I mean, I guess like I'd love to see you and Amber do hot yoga. I mean, I guess I really want someone to make me sing a song about this. I mean, yeah, I guess you can do it tonight, and then maybe like another time we can like all do it together. This could be like a taster session for you, and another day we could all get together and do some hot yoga. You can like get a taste for it. But I mean, like, I had this whole evening like planned for us, and you're just like changing the plans all of a sudden.
We can go back to your plans.
You want to like hang out with Amber instead, and like I get it. Like,
oh, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for us. It's so that I can understand where you're coming from, so that we don't have the arguments that ruined our night tonight. Like, this is me fixing it. This is me fixing it.
Okay, but okay. Right, well, okay, if you do hot yoga with Amber tonight, how about you just promise that, like, tomorrow night we'll do the nice romantic evening that I have planned, and you can tell me all about your hot yoga session with Amber. Like, blow for blow. Like, in excruciating detail.
I'll make sure that you know everything tomorrow. Everything.
Are you deceiving him? Are you persuading him?
I mean, I'm not lying per se.
Okay, Orlando believes you wholeheartedly.
I mean, I'm happy to roll for something because
no, it's fine.
I'm telling a half truth. I'm telling a half truth.
Sure. Okay, great. So he's like, sure. I mean, like, if that's okay with you, Amber. I mean, like, you might be busy tonight or whatever. I can go, and you two can like get hot or whatever.
Get the toxins out. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've got a free evening, I suppose. Like, if Orlando's happy to pay for the session for you, then I'm happy to like give you the full treatment, I suppose. Like, it's quite intensive.
Sure, of course. I love intense. Like, bring it on.
But
Orlando...
like, I know you're like, Orlando, fine. So you're like a beginner? Beginner? How'd you do beginner in Australian? Right, beginner. You're a beginner. You're a beginner. Like,
you sound like those mermaids who are also teenagers on land.
H2O.
Yeah. I've seen my mom and I used to drink and heckle H2O. I have a lot of opinions on H2O. Just add water.
I'm not sure I've ever watched. I feel I might have watched it on Nickelodeon once upon a time.
It is a very fun show to scream at. Like, Cleo makes very bad decisions all the time.
We should do a watch of that one night.
I would love to. I would love to stream watch. Scream watch. H2O. Just add water.
Yeah.
Discordian nuts.
Great. So, Orlando, she was like, okay, thank you, Discordian. I should be like, okay, I mean, like, have fun, I guess. And he's just gonna, like, start, kind of walking home.
Yeah, you go play Call of Duty. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Call of Duty, the noted, dice game that they play in Phandelver. It's a series of dice and cards.
It's like Settlers of Catan, but more aggro.
Yeah.
And not agricolan, I mean aggressive, just to be clear about which aggro I mean.
Less agriculture, more aggressive. Okay, so you're there with Amber. So, well, I mean, I guess you should come in. I mean, do you want to do it here, or do you want to, like, I've got the keys to the gym if you want me to open it up, but, like, I mean, you're here, I'm here, I've got some mats.
Honestly, I will just let you take charge. I just am here to learn, so whatever makes you the most comfortable or seems the most conducive to a beginner would be great. I also feel the need to say, like, despite everything, like, I mean, I don't want things to be weird between us. Like,
Oh no, I mean it would never. I don't think it would be weird between us. I'll I'll just. I mean, we should just like have a sit down and a little chat about like consent.
absolutely, yeah.
And then we can get going. Come on in.
Okay.
And as you're walking to Amber's, you blink, and all of a sudden you're back outside the sleeping giant, and you've got these memories have flooded back to you of this just like night of fucking wild lesbian sex that you had with Amber.
Yeah.
Just she fucking rocked your world, and no man has compared since.
I mean, that tracks.
And Orlando's there, and everyone's there, and the birds are there, and you're looking at him again, and you blink again, and then all of a sudden you're back in the woods on the picnic blanket, and he's there, but his hair is slightly different, and he's got a slightly different, he's got like a different tunic on, and you feel different in yourself. And it's just like, well, babe, you said you were gonna tell me about what happened with Amber, so like, what happened? Did you like hot yoga? Would you like us all to do hot yoga together?
Oh, I liked it for sure. And I definitely feel like I have a better understanding of your experience, a better understanding of what hot yoga entails. And so I do feel the need to ask for clarification. Like, I know in my own case, we paid for these lessons, and, that comes with its fair share of ethics and things like that, I'm glad that Amber took some time to discuss with me so I understood everything. Did you also pay for her services, or were these more pro bono classes?
Oh no, I mean, like, everyone has to pay for hot yoga. Like, she's not going to be going around giving classes for free. Like, she's got to make a living.
Totally. Okay. That also makes a lot of sense. Interesting. So this is obviously, like, different than the situation, for example, with Jenny, where there was no cash.
Are we just going to spend this whole session going to see all of the women that Orlando has slept with?
Yes. While we were together, yes. It's so I can understand!
This narrative.
Look, did I walk into this thinking that I was going to be, sleeping with a sex worker, as a means of half being toxic and half genuine curiosity? No, I did not plan for that. Hublu has brought up a very good point. It may be easier to speak with women he hasn't slept with.
It's like
I think, like,
his mom?
I was gonna say his mom, my mom, so
oh no, he's
far.
probably slept with your mom.
Fuck, really?
Tony gets about.
Tony does get about. Tony's a MILF, like, I get it, but, like,
Tony's a MILF.
I get it as not Ruby. Emily the player gets it, obviously Ruby would not. Yeah. Generally speaking, no, thank you.
Okay. Babe, like, I really want to, like, hear it, like, blow for blow about what you did with Amber.
How far are we from town?
far are you from town? Let me look at my map.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's say 500 feet from the center of town.
Okay.
Like on the outskirts of town.
Cool. All right. So Ruby's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'll tell you everything. Why don't you get comfortable?" And Ruby is going to be deliberately making this sound like the spiciest session of sapphic lovemaking you've ever heard of. And in some ways, very clearly be catering it toward the male gaze.
Oh, for sure.
Once Orlando is good and excited, Ruby's gonna be like, awesome. Like, once it becomes clear that that's going to be something that he has to deal with, Ruby's gonna get up and storm into the city again. She's on a mission.
Okay, where's she going this time?
Town Square! Time to tell everybody about her now ex, who's going to be her ex once all this happens.
Okay, as, yeah, you stride off into town.
And practically like mid-sentence too.
Yeah, and he's just like, Babe, where are you going? Babe, where are you going? And he's like trying to like use the rug to like hide his situation as he kind of like hobbles behind you. Like, Babe, why you don't leave me like this?
Don't worry about it. I said don't worry about it.
Babe, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I just need you... Like, I'm sorry that I've been so insistent on hearing about what you did with Amber, but, like, I think you're just, like, the hottest person that I know, and the idea of you just, like, doing hot yoga and getting all sweaty, like, it just, like, blows my mind, and I just really wish that you would also blow my mind.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Man so much.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Wait, let me see. Let me take a look. I'm considering two things, and both of them are fucked up. I feel at this juncture to maybe suggest to people that none of this is a model of good behavior. This is all
No, we do not condone any of this behavior apart from sapphic lovemaking.
Yeah, that's
full
true.
Consent. That we strongly endorse.
Yeah. If you have time for that kind of a time warp, please indulge. Let's see. This seems okay. So, what Ruby is going to do is be like, okay, here's what I thought of, something really kind of kinky, if that's like what you're down for.
What? I mean, babe, like, we haven't talked about, like, what? Like, what?
Well, I will make myself look like Amber, and you take all your clothes off while I'm working on that. You go behind... Why don't you, like, go behind a tree and take your clothes off?
Roll persuasion! Or deception, your choice. You can pick which one you want to do. You don't have to tell me. Just to let me know a number.
13.
Ooh, that's tricky. That's tricky, because he really wants to fuck you as Amber. Like, okay. Sure, let's do it. Okay, like, can I, like, watch you turn into her? Like,
Oh
is
no,
that fair?
no. I'm gonna go hide so when I come back I'm a different person.
Okay, hot. And he starts taking off his
Yeah,
clothes.
Ruby is going to continue going toward town.
So you're just leaving this steadily growing more naked man with a average to small erection.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I mean, look, like at this point, this is just a mission to get to town, and
Great.
dude is easily manipulated via the Wang. So,
Yeah. Okay, so
Hublu, I had considered that, but I was like, that might take too much time. But in retrospect, I'm like, well, how much time could it really take?
you could call them on your way into town. So you just,
Yeah.
as you stride off, you just hear him call out, it's like, "Babe, I'm totally ready for you." I mean, Amber, I'm like, totally ready for you. Mysterious figure. What did I say for that? God, I don't remember what I even wrote.
All right, I'm gonna take Hublu's advice. I will cast a I'll cast a Speak with Animals spell slot so that I feel like I've earned just be like caw caw caw, but like steal his clothes. Yeah, mysterious figure.
With the mysterious figure who's been seen lingering around Phandelver. This makes no sense in this context for what I had planned for this. Okay?
Bring it, mysterious figure. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Zeta-Jones. Turns up.
She dips beneath the lasers. Oh.
Okay. Have you fully left the woods yet? Are you back on the back?
I will leave that up to you. If I have my way, I'm back in town and I'm about to get up on my town crier plinth.
Okay.
I don't know why I added an M to the word plinth. Plinth.
Okay, we will hold that thought, Sarah. The mysterious figure will arrive momentarily, but for now, Emily has a performance to do in the town square.
Sure. So, do I need to roll for performance? I am basically just going to go through a litany of his shenanigans.
I mean, I'm happy for you to either just ad-lib it, or if you don't have the brain space for that, I'm happy for you to roll. Up to you entirely.
I kind of want to do both. Can I roll first and then have that inform?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. You can ad-lib based on the roll.
Yeah. That is a 22.
I mean, this is the greatest speech of all time. This is you are Evita on the balcony.
And this is a like tirade, and it's like top to bottom every single thing. Ruby is bringing in fucking like various kinds of feminist discourse and therapeutic best practices within couples counseling and everything else. And pretty much like as a part of this entire dressing down is not just focusing on all the shit that he's done wrong, but also focusing on wanting to uplift the other women who unfortunately were on the disappointing end of that disappointing stick. And then, on top of that, also being like, hey, like, let's all use this as a learning opportunity to not behave this way. Also do as I say, not as I do, because I realize that putting him on blast in front of fucking everybody might be a bit much. It might be maybe not the way to go about it. But you know what? I did not have great role models when it came to conflict resolution within the confines of an intimate couple. So I'm doing my best with what I've got. And then I guess there's no mic drop because there's no mic, but yeah,
You've got the town crier's bell. You could bell drop.
There we go. Just get a bell drop, just like, Ruby, out! And then
All the women in town are just like, no! Ruby! Whoa, we love you! Oh, God! And Amber's there just like, your biggest fan now. She's just like,
oh, yeah.
she's going crazy. She's treating you like it's so. She like takes off her bra and like throws it out like her basque or whatever they wore in fantasy times and throws it at you and just like, yeah, Ruby!
And Ruby is, going to be heading home to sort of like pack up her things and everything else just to like remove herself from this because obviously she needs time to heal, right? Like she cannot be emotionally available for anyone. No matter how much Amber might deserve it, she's not really going to be there for Amber at this stage in her personal development or whatever, but she's just going to be like, Amber, I'm going to Neverwinter. Call me, though. Call me. like...
Okay, as you step down off the podium and the crowd is going wild, you blink and you're there in front of Orlando again, and the hatred and the rage and the fury and the fire within you from just making this grand speech is flared into you seeing him in front of you. But something catches your attention. Just off to the side, just behind the other red brands, and behind your friends and some other townsfolk that have gathered to watch you kick the shit out of this young man. And there's a figure in a cloak and hood, just sort of peering round the side of the tavern, looking at you. This beautiful androgynous elf. Slightly sort of bluey purple skin, dark hair, is looking round at you. You blink again, and everything's like swirling. It's like someone did a painting of your town. Like a Van Gogh interpretation, and everything's going a bit strangely. But you're coming down off the podium from just ripping Orlando a new one, and this figure is there in front of you. And just, Ruby, I am glad to meet you.
I'm glad to meet you too. Hi.
I thought that your speech was wonderful.
Oh, thank you. It came from the heart. I'm having a day, having a time. It's been a time.
Yes. I agree with you that men are trash, and we women must stick together.
Yes.
I need your help, Ruby.
With what? What can I do for you, mysterious figure?
I believe you may be a friend of Gundren Rockseeker.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, Gundren's my agent.
Yes.
Good guy. Men are trash, but, Gundren's alright.
Yes. I believe that you have something of his. That's very precious to him, but also to me.
Well, I mean, he said it was okay to borrow that water bottle. Like, I know it was like, it's stainless steel, keeps drinks really cold. He said it like he said it was precious to him, but like he could just go back to Sharper Image and get a new one. Like, I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
No, I believe you were using it as a fake baby at one point. I was confused about exactly what was happening.
I don't really know what's happening ever. But fake bait, sorry, what's your name?
Oh, my name is unimportant.
Okay, unimportant. So unimportant. You don't just like go people like ask people for babies. That's
No,
not.
you. Let me
Unless
speak
you're like,
more
unless you're
Let me
at
speak
an
more
adoption
plainly.
agency, I guess.
Ruby. Let me speak more plain with you. Gundren Roxika has something very precious to me. This cabbage.
Oh, the cabbage.
Yes, this cabbage. It is very important to me. I need it desperately. It is so I will die without it, Ruby. It is the only thing that will save us all. I understand he prizes it dearly, but I need it even more than he believes he does.
I don't mean to be difficult. I just hope you acknowledge this is a bit of a big ask because you won't. I mean, unimportant. Like, listen, you've never met me before. I have known Gundren for years. Gundren's my agent, important person, like good dude, whatever. I don't really know how a cabbage is connected to your continued existence. Like, there are so many parts of like more information and everything else.
I cannot
like
explain it all. I cannot
why
explain all.
I would trust or prioritize you over someone I've known for that long.
I
Like,
appreciate that. I'm sorry. I thought because you were just talking about women sticking together and the importance of feminism that I thought that you would help me out, but I understand that you
it's not that
didn't
I'm
mean what you were saying. I understand people speak like this much when
oh
they are
my
happy with
god.
their boyfriend situations. I understand.
Okay,
But
I'm beginning to think that you've been the one making me have these hallucinatory flashbacks because in terms of your timeline, unimportant, right? Like, so I gave that speech ages ago, right? Now we're at Hideki Tojo Bar, and that is quite far in the future, but you're saying I just finished the speech, but I didn't. I finished that speech ages. So, like, I mean, look, feminism is important. Women supporting women, important. However, like, let's be real. If you think that someone is being dishonest, is deceptive, is having you hallucinate things and you weren't like, hey, let's lick frogs together and go on a walk, like, but they're more, just doing that without your knowledge, that is not chill, right? Like, feminism is important, but we also need to have boundaries. Boundaries. Boundaries.
I understand. You will not help me. It is okay. I have my own means of getting the cabbage, but it will not be nice. It will be
Unimportant! What is with
Yes.
you?
Well, I was hoping that we would be able to have this conversation and you would give me the cabbage and we would not have to go any further with the plans, and
The plans.
it is fine.
What are the plans?
You have made your choice, Ruby.
This is why I went to
Everything that happens-
Neverwinter. I have had it up to here with Orlando, with the Redcoats or whoever they are, with Hideki Tojo and his stupid bar. I am so and now
I love when you respect my law.
I'm sorry. Like, the Sleeping Giant it is an excellent name for a bar. I really do like it. I just can't not hear it. I am gonna feel really stupid if it was a different Japanese higher up that called America a sleeping giant. I'm gonna feel very dumb if it wasn't Hideki Tojo.
It's fine. Whoever wrote
Nobody
Lost
Google.
Mine of
Nobody
Phandelver,
Google it
I'm
just
sure
in case.
It's devastated.
Um,
It's all is well.
So I
okay.
respect your lore, but I'm also like here, you know, it's there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we lean into the bit.
But anyway, I've had it up to here with all of this. Everyone's just looking for an excuse to like kick each other's asses, steal cabbage babies. Like, this is why I left for the big city.
I understand, Ruby. Please just know that everything that happens from this point, it is on your head. And you blink, and you're back in front of Orlando again. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Good, because I have to pee. And also, what?
It's got later than I thought.
What? Okay, we will be back at...
We'll be back at... Should we say on the hour?
Yeah, we'll be back on the hour. Everyone,
On the hour.
have a drink. Don't do too much
No,
Googling.
the cabbage is not at Copperheart Folk Archive, as far as I'm aware. I think they still have it with them, though someone else might have. I don't know. I trust Hooblu more than I trust my memory. Anyway,
Yeah,
we're gonna go
same.
to break, and the chat can discuss where the cabbage actually is right now, because I can't remember. I haven't rewatched last week's stream.
Awesome.
I've been in the
All
latest
right,
stream.
we will see you soon. See you
Yes,
see
we'll
you
be back.
at the hour. Bye.
Bye.
And we're back. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We were discussing the paper pig on the intermission screen. Also, if anyone missed it in the chat, my suspicions that I was perhaps not remembering who said that they were afraid they had awoken a sleeping giant, or that all they had accomplished was awaking a sleeping giant, was not Hideki Tojo. It was, in fact, Isoroku Yamamoto, the admiral of the Japanese Navy. The more you know. So I guess
We don't judge here at Critical Drinking.
the actual owner, presumably owner and proprietor of the sleeping giant, is not Hideki Tojo, but Isoroku Yamamoto. FYI. Retconning it. I'm retconning it.
Yep. Issa owns the pub.
Yes, Issa's pub.
Issa's pub.
It used to be called that, but Sleeping Giant just had more pizzazz.
Yeah, more flair.
Oh my goodness. You know, we were I don't know what it is about this particular stream. Before we started, we were also talking about various world conflicts, so I guess that's just the vibe. Toxic relationships and geopolitical conflicts.
I mean, you've got to have a niche.
I mean, that's, what? Like, that's basically the entire plot of William Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra, so...
That's what this is.
Yeah. That's what this
Orlando and Ruby. I mean, it's going to be a classic in a few years.
Right. I mean, if
people are going to demand that we continue this as a separate series, aside from Lost Mine of Phandelver, where you and me just roleplay a really toxic couple.
Yes, we'll get back together, we'll break up, we'll get back together. It'll be just like her parents, and she won't really fully realize that she's reenacting old childhood wounds. We can also...
We'll go into the future, we'll see it happen to Marigold as well, and her trying to save Marigold from the same fate.
We'll hire Dr. Brian Brain to do post-mortem streams where he explains, how all of these various cycles are unhealthy and can be broken for the benefit of, all of us in the real world who maybe don't want to be in that kind of a sitch.
It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
Just let us know if the demand is there for this stream. We'll do it.
We'll track down Brian. We'll be like, Brian, we can't pay you money, but we can pay you in mistaken World War II facts, which those are also equally valuable. No, they're not. No, they're not.
Okay.
I've been on TikTok too much lately to no. Fact check everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I'm watching all of you.
She hasn't even had her Fernet tonight.
No. All I've had is apple cider vinegar. Which somehow is making me punchier and weirder than Fernet. Incidentally,
we can pay you in hot yoga stories.
I hope that one day Fernet is like, we should sponsor this woman.
I
and
mean,
her show.
Fernet, come at us.
Fernet
Sponsor
Branca.
the stream.
I would prefer not to mess around with like Fernet Menta. That's not my thing, but I'll keep spreading the good.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it took it. Honestly, like here's the thing, Sarah. Sarah says can we appreciate that this is the thing after all these months. This broken Emily. Two things I'd like to appreciate. One, I did not start out whole. I came here broken, baby. Two, if you hold your arms out, it's quite easy for a few seconds. If you hold your arms out for all these months, eventually your arms will get tired just from doing the same thing and sustaining it.
It's got deep, man. The stream got deep.
Yeah, once again, I don't know why I showed up to stream today in such a Jeff Goldblum mind space.
I think it was perfect for what we've been doing so far.
Especially if I'm holding
exactly the way to go for today.
Sarah, I can hold those weights. Let's do it. I don't give a shit. How should I hold them?
You're just carrying the weight of Orlando's fragile masculinity on your shoulders.
Orlando's bullshit. And now, unimportance bullshit. Give me your baby. Like, unimportant Rumpelstiltskin, I'm not gonna tell you my name.
Okay. So, you lost.
I'm the worst. I am so sorry. I'm the worst.
I love it. I love it so much.
I'm the worst ever.
Okay, you blink back in, and you're there in front of Orlando and in front of your your newfound friends and all of the red brands who are ready to watch you kick his butt. And you center yourself, and you don't see the mysterious figure lurking around the corner anymore. They've gone, but you feel kind of weird and a bit icky, and you could feel the cabbage as more present on in your backpack, weighing you down like the weights in your hands. That is cabbage. You.
God damn it!
You ready?
Bits.
What's that?
Thank you, Sarah.
Oh, Sarah! Sarah, I'm doing exposition! Rude!
Man, I'm already
Okay.
not looking forward to this.
No. Oh, no. My grapes have defrosted, which is okay, but they're still very big. 3, 2, 1!
You know, back when...
Hydrate or dry straight.
Thank you, Hublu. Shooting apple cider vinegar was a lot easier for me in my 20s. When I chose that for today, I thought, no big deal. I used to do that all the time.
So, you, ready your first attack on Orlando. You blink again. This is becoming a running theme, as you notice. And getting rid of this now. And you are back just out in front of the tavern. But you're younger again. And he's younger again. And he's wearing these awful board shorts. With a sort of a pattern of swords on them. And there's a little saying on the bottom that says, "My other sword is my dick," and you're like, that doesn't make any sense. What is wrong with you? It's just like, babe, did you enjoy the water park today? Wasn't it so much fun, like sitting in that hollowed out tree that like went down that river? Wasn't it awesome?
I'm sure it would have been. I couldn't find you, so I just sort of waited at the pool. And
What?
you never came and I wasn't there. You never came and found me. You just disappeared.
You were gonna get drinks for us, and then like I couldn't see you anywhere, so I was like, well, she'll find me when she's got the drinks. And then like you didn't, but I mean, I still had a great time at the water park. Did you? Did you at least have a good time?
Yeah, it was all right.
Fine. Okay. What's about? Why are you mad at me?
You know what? It doesn't matter.
You're always
It's
mad at me. Why you always see that. You always say it's fine. You always say it doesn't matter, but then you're always mad at me again.
No, it's fine. I
Like-
mean it. It's
what?
fine. It's fine. Like, because here's the thing. You didn't know that I couldn't find you, and I've never been to the water park before, and everything else, and maybe the last time you were there, they had a concession stand that had drinks, but they just had hot dogs, mostly just hot dogs. Too many hot dogs. I am concerned by how many hot dogs there were. It's not your fault. I'm
I
not
mean,
mad
they
at
also
you.
do turkey legs.
I'm mad at the situation, but it's fine. Like, we can go back to the wall. I'm just, I'm glad you had fun.
Well, maybe if it's that big a deal, we can, like, maybe you can, like, take Amber to the water park or whatever, like...
Oh, I'll take Amber to the water park.
Like... Maybe we can take Amber to the water park together. Like, I know how much you've enjoyed spending time with her recently, and, like, it's fine, but, like, I'm your boyfriend, not Amber, and, like, you made that whole big display in the town square the other week, and that was, like, so toxic of you, but, like, I've forgiven you, because, you
Look,
know, I'm a big person.
You're
And,
so big. I'm moving away. Like, you know that. Like, I arranged everything with, God damn it, I almost said the wrong person again. I almost said the character from Dredden's Circuses again. Gundren has arranged, like, this whole move to Neverwinter. Like, it's happening. I mean, and obviously
Well, I mean, maybe Gundren should be your new boyfriend then, like...
I don't need a boyfriend.
What do you mean you don't need a boyfriend?
I don't need a boyfriend. I think it's actually probably not good for me to have a boyfriend, anytime soon. I think I've got stuff to work on. Maybe you do too. I don't know. I can't speak for you, but I think we can take a lot of learning experiences out of this.
Babe, I was gonna propose tonight.
You've said
Why
that
are you saying this?
so many times this month. Do you know what? That is... Hold on. And she, like, starts counting in her head, and she's just like, there was that time in the swamp. There was that time at Ye Olde Chick-fil-A. There was that other time when you knocked me into the fountain by mistake. Like, she's just, like, rattling them all off. And it was just like, no, yeah, 5. You've proposed to me 5 times this month. That is more than once a week.
Well, like...
I'm still moving.
You always seem to ruin it somehow. You always, like, make it into some big deal, and then you're mad at me, and, like, I'm just trying to be nice. I'm trying to, like, be a good guy, and...
I'm a ruiner.
Get mad. Yeah, maybe you are a ruiner.
Yeah. I'm a ruiner,
Like,
and you...
But I still love you!
And you're
God, it's so
Orlander
hard
the
to be me.
Philanderer. So...
Is that what they call me? That's kind of hard. No, wait. I'm, like, trying to, like, turn over a new leaf of the Tree of Life. I've been really, like, looking into myself, and... Can you just, like... Let's just, like, go back to our spot. Let's sit among the trees. You can, like, see the birds. And it'll be, like, really romantic. And then you'll remember why you love me.
Orlando, I'm just really tired.
What? I mean, yeah, I guess we've been at the water park all day, and that's, like, it takes a lot out of you when you're going on loads of rides and stuff, or down the streams.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go home.
Babe! And you turn around and you head back to the Avery, and he's following you, but you know a little shortcut through. Let me look at my map. Yeah, you know a little shortcut, like across the green, across the town's green, and through a little cluster of trees, and you can get there without having to take the whole main route back to your house. And as you sort of enter into the trees that you're heading through, the chat is doing excellent wordplay. Orlando is still following you. He's relentless, and he's just like, babe, what can I do? What can I do to make it up to you? What can I do to prove my love? What can I do to, like, show my affection? Like, what can I, like, how can I prove to you that, like, you're the one for me and I want to be with you, and, like, we should be together and we should, like, have loads of babies, and, cause, like, you know, like, half human, half tiefling babies are, like, really cute. Like, everyone says they're the cutest babies to have, so, like, you and me, we should, like, have those adorable little, like, half tiefling babies that would be, like, super adorable, and they'd be all, like, a light blue color, and it would be super cute. Like, what, like, oh, I've got this whole, like, world planned out for us. Like, what can I do?
Wow, that was a lot. That was a lot. What can you do?
Can you make a perception check for me?
Yeah. Perception check. Perception check. 13.
Okay, you're pretty in this conversation. He's just like, what do you want from me? I'll do anything. Like, what do you want? And then, you just sort of see him go, oh! As he gets from behind. And he's just been, like, hit by, like a rock, or, like, something's, like, hit into him. And he's just like, oh, babe! Where did that come from? And then, you hear this sort of skittering in the woods around you, in the little grove of trees just before you get up to your house. And, you start to see these 5 small humanoid, lizardy, red scaly creatures approach you, and they're just like, oh, we're gonna eat well tonight, lads. You roll initiative for me.
Sure. That is a 4. I think I'm just trying to absorb what's happening. I'm like,
Great. Okay. So let's throw in some interesting numbers.
oh, you know what? I just realized.
Right.
I could turn on the battle music.
Ooh, battle music!
Y'all,
Fun.
you're at,
Okay.
if it chooses to start. Hello, battle music. Are you there? There you go. Oh, it's because
music.
It's because I didn't have, I don't have the monitor on because, as we established before the stream started, my monitor is being creative. There we go. Let me turn that down just a scooch. Alright, there we go.
Great, lovely. Battles ensue. So, we'll say the first kobold that attacked was the one that used the slingshot to hurt Orlando. the next one starts to approach you with this dagger. Discordian Nest doesn't hear the music.
Let me see what's going on there. That's a bit weird. Because
Interesting. Thank you, OBS.
It says monitor and output. It's going. Is it just not loud enough? Here, wait. Discordian Nest. Did you hear when I, like, brought it up for a quick second there?
Oh, Hooblu can hear it.
Okay. I'm trying to, like, keep it at a level where it's not getting too in the way of our words.
Oh, okay. Discordian Nest heard it there. We'll have a little bit of background battle music. Just for the intensity. The ambience. As Orlando would like to say.
The ambience, babe.
Ambience, babe.
I lit a candle.
I lit this twig on fire. Isn't it romantic? Okay, the next kobold is approaching you with a dagger, and sort of looks at you and looks at Orlando and just sort of turns to his companion and just says, "There's two of them. We don't need two. We can't carry two. What are we gonna do with two? We only want one of them.
What are you gonna do with one?
We're gonna eat one? What are you gonna do? This one's gobby. Oh, we won't eat our dinner. We're gonna eat one. Only two. Two is extreme. Two we'll have to save one of you for breakfast, and that's a lot.
That really did
We'll
sound like
be overfed,
James A.
and then
Caster, actually.
And we'll get to be fat kobolds. And apparently, I sound like James A. Caster as a kobold.
You're the most James A. Castery one so far is the kobold.
Amazing.
Okay.
Which one are we having? Which one do we want? And one of the other ones just sort of, it's like, I don't know which one we want. Make them choose. You. Which one of you wants to get at?
Ruby just goes, ooh, thank you for the follow. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Sardine Liquor. Even though that means I have to do another shot of apple cider vinegar.
Right. I love this for us.
Oh, that is too much. No.
Too much.
No. Hot.
Oh, baby.
Oh, I haven't even shot it yet. Oh. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Sardine Liquor. Welcome. Ordinarily, there are 2 more PCs. However, we are doing sort of a special, tangentially related one-off at the moment. So we're glad you're here. Ordinarily, there's more alcohol as well. But today, it's apple cider vinegar. Last stream, Sarah threw up marshmallows, though, so I feel like this is just who we are now. Hooblu, thank you for the hydrate.
Okie dokie, so you've raised your hand volunteering to be eaten by kobolds. And Orlando is just gonna say, yeah, I guess, like, eat her. Like, let me go. I'll totally go. I mean, like, if you want to get at babe, that's up to you. I suppose, like, I'll totally, like, go then, right? I'll go. But like, oh, he's a gentleman, isn't he?
Right?
You've got a real winner there, haven't you?
I've started dating someone else. Like, this is, I don't even know. You know, I mean, I volunteered myself just because I knew better than to think that he'd be any help, if we're being honest with ourselves. So, I don't know, does coward meat taste good?
No, cowards don't taste very good. We prefer people that fight back normally. They're more, there's more sort of muscle, so there's a bit more meat to go around. Than the cowardly ones are normally a bit scrawny. I mean, he looks quite tender, but I don't know. Maybe which one should? I mean, she has said she'll do it, so maybe we should just have her. Okay. And he goes to just stab you with his dagger. Does 16 hit you?
Boo! Yes, it does.
Okay. That is just 4 point piercing damage.
How many? Sorry? 4?
4 points of piercing damage.
Ow!
Great, it's your turn.
Fabulous. I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave. That's a Constitution
Great.
saving throw of 13.
Okay. That is nope. That's a fail. How many are you targeting? There are 5 of them.
Every goddamn one of them.
Great. Okay, so that's 1 failure, 2 failures, 3 failures, 4 failures, and a success. 4 failures and a success.
Okay, so that is gonna be 6 damage. First of all,
Okay.
Any of them that failed get pushed 10 feet away from me.
Great. Okay, so
Successful
you just-
save, they take half as much damage. So 1 took 3, and 4 of them took
Okay.
6.
Great. So you just fucking annihilate 4 kobolds. They go flying backwards into the trees, all just like dead instantly. Just completely smushed by your spell, and there's one left there, just like,
I'm having a bad day.
you killed all my friends.
Your friends did stab me and try to eat me.
Oh yeah, but you know, it's a dog-eat-dog, kobold world out there. Goblins eat goblins, and that, and have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye. Runs off into the woods. I thought that was going to be trickier than that. Anyway.
Honestly, me too.
Killed my 4 kobolds. Sure. It's fine.
I guess I'll change the music back.
The 4 kobolds fly through the air, and you see one of them fly and nearly hit a young woman that you vaguely recognize from town. The mayor's daughter, Farah. She was coming through the trees down. She was also taking the shortcut. She'd just been at the Aviary to send a message. And she just sees this kobold fly past her and just like, well, that's very, I suppose you've just done it, haven't you? I was up there by the aviary, and I saw these kobolds come to attack you, and I mean, I've got my sword out and everything, but like, you're sorted, aren't you? I mean, good on you. I mean, he was useless, but wow, that was really cool.
Oh, thanks. I try. You know, I just like the kobold said, dog eat dog, right? I didn't want to get eaten, so
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna come and like help you and be all heroic and
Oh, thank you. That's really thoughtful.
save you, but you know, sounded like you've been having a bit of a rough week. Are you I mean, you just obliterated 4 kobolds with one shot. Like, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. And she's gonna turn to Orlando and say, "You were asking me what you can do? Here's what you can do. I'm gonna go to Neverwinter. If the next time I come back, I find out that you have been a good boy. If I find out that, let's say, for example, if you took some time, maybe not as a monk full on, but you know, if you just took some time to work on yourself, if you stay single and do not have, you know, sex with anyone, if you just work on yourself and your maturity, when I come back, we can talk. But if that's something you're not willing to do or able to do, I don't know if we have business doing that, because this was supposed to be monogamous.
How long do you think you'll be in Neverwinter? Like, I'm a man, I've got urges, like, I can't just wait forever for you. I'll wait, like, a little while, but, like, maybe,
were you
like,
gonna say
weekend.
a week? It sounded like you were gonna say a weekend?
Well, I'm a man, babe. You don't understand.
You asked my terms, those are my terms. And Ruby's just gonna walk away. She's gonna, like, nod to Farah, just be like, hey, or, it's Farah? What's her name?
Yeah, Farah.
Farah, it's
See
been a
you
pleasure.
around, I suppose.
Yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Bye, Farah. Bye, Orlando. Bye!
As you walk back up the hill towards your home, you hear Orlando just be like, Farah, how's it going? As you sort of look behind you, you see him put his arm around her, and she's just like, I'm fine, I suppose. Goodbye, and just walks off back into town.
Good
you
for
blink,
her.
You're
Girl, it
you're
ain't
in front
worth.
of- You're in front of Orlando again. You see him in that moment of his cowardice, and you see him in front of you now, and you know he won't put up much of a fight. But I mean, he's in front of all of his friends, so he's gonna try and do his best, but also he's probably like, he doesn't want to die today, and he's seen you destroy these 4 creatures. And he knows what you can do. He knows what you're capable of, and the birds are swarming around, and you see that like glint of fear in his eyes, and you blink again, and you're not. It's not like the last times. You feel like you've gone forward. And you're in a moldy, damp, stone cold dungeon. There's no natural light. There's one torch on the wall. And you see this girl behind bars, wearing nothing but her underdress, shivering with cold and crying. And you recognize Farah, this girl who was ready to go to battle with some hideous creatures. just because she saw that you were in need. And you blink again, and you're back in front of Orlando. And you know that it's him, and it's the Red Brands that have put her there, and that are the reason that she is in such distress. Make your first attack.
What, on Orlando, or what's happening, or?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back in.
Front of, yeah.
I'm back in the present. Got it.
Back in the present. Make your first attack.
I mean, if I'm being totally honest, Ruby's plan was never to get into an actual altercation.
Okay, what? Then make your move. What are you gonna do?
I don't know why I'm so fucking chaotic with this stupid spell. I'm gonna shapeshift into Orlando. Great. I look like Orlando now and sound like Orlando now.
You didn't disguise self.
What?
You didn't disguise self?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing into Orlando? Nice.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you grow to his height and you look like him.
And I'm just gonna be like... Look, dude, I'm just saying, you were super, weird and disrespectful to me in the bar. You were being super disrespectful.
What?
What?
What is going on? My bros, like you...
Bros, are you seeing this?
You just saw who changed, man. Like, that was so... What just happened?
Why? What? Why?
Bros, this is so weird.
This is so weird, too. Like, let's go back in the bar and talk about, like, more women that we've, like, disrespected and had sex with and stuff. Let's all pull out our dicks and, like, literally measure them next to each other on a table.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't... You know that I would never, like, suggest we all got our dicks out, because, you know, like, that's weird, right? You know I'd never say...
I don't know. It sounds
I don't know what she's
like
doing.
it sounds like she is afraid that, like, you'll see her dick and it'll be, like, smaller than mine, and then it'll be, like, a thing, you know? Like, women have penis envy. That's what Sigmund Freud is all about. So, like...
Dude, what? What? This girl is so not worth it, man. Like...
That's what I'm saying. Apart from the fact that, like, physical violence between intimate or formerly intimate partners is, like, not chill. Apart from that, like, she's just so weird. Like, I don't even know if smack her in the face would, like, help set her straight. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even think it's worth it. Like, honestly, I just want to know who has the biggest dick out of all my bros. And if it makes me, just, like, too cool for everybody, then that makes me too cool for everybody.
What the
Also, yes, Discordian Nest.
Like, what is this girl talking about? Guys, you know it's me, right? You know.
I'm just saying it sounds to me like this person is just, like, afraid. It sounds like they're just, like, scared, like they're gonna just, like, pee their pants, like, oh no, someone looks like me, and, like, oh no, my bros are gonna find out that, like, you know, I've been talking about just slinging dick all over town, but, like, there's so little dick to sling.
Because you just insulted his manhood. He takes out his short sword. He goes to attack you. And he misses fairly dramatically. He just does a swipe. in the air. And he gets 2 attacks, so he does another swipe back and misses again.
Wow, I'm impressed.
And he just looks at you just like, I don't like it! And that's where we're going to end for today.
I have no idea. That was also not my plan, was to become him and suggest a literal dick measuring contest. Don't know where that came from.
Yeah, I mean, sure, suggest a dick measuring contest. Why not? That wasn't quite where I thought that this.
I didn't think any of
session
this was
go.
gonna go anywhere that it did. I was not expecting to have wild lesbian sex.
I was, but I wasn't expecting you to be with that character.
Look,
Fine.
sometimes you gotta go full Frida Kahlo just to make things make sense.
No, sometimes you just gotta lean in, you just gotta yes and you've gotta just do some hot yoga.
You know,
It has been an unusual evening, Discordian Nest. You are not wrong, my friend.
an accurate assessment for sure. I also am like, man, I have done hot yoga, but I think I'm doing it wrong because I kept my clothes on. Nobody came, to my knowledge. I wasn't.
You were doing it with Amber.
No, I was not.
Okie dokie, guys. Well, we're going to run slightly shorter than normal because it's just the 2 of us, but we hope to see you next week when we'll hopefully have the whole gang back together.
Sardine Liquor, if you're still here, I hope that you can see our regular show with the whole gang back together.
Yeah, you can catch up on our VODs on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, you can see
if you
Sarah
want to see what the normal tone is. Not that different from the tone this evening.
That's
but
true.
With more people.
Also, if you're still here,
Slightly more structured.
Slightly more structured. We had a PC die first episode.
we did have a PC die in the first episode. Yeah, it's been a few weeks. It's been a few weeks. That's not that.
It's also, yeah, I'm also just like, and it's funny too because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, just, I don't know why, like, this particular campaign keeps reminding me of things from Dread and Circuses, but I'm like, yeah, I guess it's pretty on par because Dread and Circuses also, we did all sorts of crazy things, and Gestual was in clown makeup the whole time. Her commitment was something else, man. I miss her. Oh, we do need a TikTok command. That's true. We're working on developing our TikTok. We have a few ticks that are talking. TikTok is still shocked and appalled. Well, oh, I was gonna say shocked and appalled by Misty Lustaman dying. Yeah,
they were not happy with my choices, and I loved it.
They were not happy with any of us except for maybe Nacho. And that's okay. I didn't come here to make friends. I came here to get real.
I came here to roleplay a really toxic relationship.
I didn't come here to do that, but that's where we've ended up. I'm glad
There was a whole nother little storyline that was going to happen that I figured out today in like a few hours. And you know what? We just went around that, and that's fine. It's fine. Sometimes these things happen. Just go with it.
Yeah, we just go with it. We just go.
Not the life of a DM.
Do you have anything to plug before we start looking for someone to raid?
No. Come back next week for the next proper session where hopefully narrative will continue. We've had some developments tonight, though.
We did. We had a few developments. We had our mystery figure.
We had our mystery figure. It's been introduced tonight.
We've learned more about Farah being kidnapped. We already knew a little bit about that, but we've learned a little bit more. We've done a little bit of work without it being too cumbersome for catching up Sarah and Nacho. That's correct. Yes. In future, our next show is going to be Sunday, 7 p.m. BST, or I think. Yeah.
British summertime.
Yes.
We change our times like weirdos.
Yeah, and that's 2 p.m. for people that are on the East Coast, and if you're, like Central or Pacific, I mean, you're math.
Somewhere else. Yeah.
You
figure it out.
1 p.m. Central, noon Mountain, 11 Pacific.
Mountain?
Yeah, like Colorado is mountain.
Oh, Sarah wants us to plug Party Animals. Party Animals is on the screen, Sarah. They can see it. It's going to be animal themed one shots every last Friday of the month. So we'll be starting on the 30th of September, and we will be playing Disaster Hamsters. We've got some special guests for that, and that will be 3:30 EST and 8:30 BST. So that's going to be good fun. I'm going to be a hamster.
It will be great fun. I can't wait for everyone to see where that goes. T-side machines, welcome. I think, or TD's idea machines makes more sense than it being an obscure reference to Stockton on Tees. No Fame Pod, I'm sorry about your 30-minute bullshit time zone. That sounds very inconvenient, especially when dealing with other time zones. But you are lovely. We are big fans of No Fame Pod here. In point of fact, if to plug something I would love to plug, and everyone, if you get the chance, please, get on the No Fame Pod train in general. They have such wonderful content. I have so much love for them.
Oh,
right.
What a millennial doing the wrong heart.
Oh, I'm
not how the kids do it. No, even that's old now.
I don't.
This
that
now.
one.
Yeah.
That one. Cool. Well, I'm gonna look for someone to raid. Okay, so we're gonna be raiding Haunted Youth after credits. I did pull up the credits widget this time to force it to do credits if it doesn't want to on its own, like it's been doing. Last thing before I roll credits. Oh, thank you, Baldy. So
Baldy.
Perfect. This is perfect because rather than doing a shot, I'll show off my shorts. I recently made a pair of shorts. We talked about how I make shorts every now and again. Also throwback to Dread and Circuses. So this pair of shorts that I made have Patrick Star on the butt.
This is the content everyone's here for, looking at Emily's butt. And watching her fall over.
You're welcome. Have a great evening, and we will... Okay, good. You can see Patrick Star before I fell over. I was worried that didn't catch in the camera. All right, credits time!
I didn't get quite the view of your butt that I did, though, so I feel privileged.
That's true.
It was covered by your name, so
you got a little more butt.
Yeah.
I did almost die for those pits. Okay, have a great night, everyone, and we will see you soon. We're going to raid Haunted Youth. Please send all the good luck cabbages. Good night!